Hey guys, Lindsay with Adventurous Travelers. I'm traveling around Costa Rica for a month and stumbling across other people that are traveling throughout the country for an extended period of time, and I wanted to bring you real stories about how people make that happen in their lives as far as affording the time off and affording it financially as well. And I am here in a Cool Vibes hostel in Dominical, Costa Rica, and I'm talking to Eric.
Hi, Eric here.
And Eric has a really cool story that I'd like to share with you guys. So, Eric comes from the Netherlands.
That's correct.
Yeah, tell us more. What journey are you on right now?
I'm making a bicycle journey at the moment. Started in Rio de Janeiro and making my way up through South America, Middle America, planning to go until San Francisco, which will be a total about 15,000 miles or so on a bicycle.
Excellent. Yeah. Wow. And how long do you expect that to take you?
I'm currently on the road for about 8 months and I'm a little over halfway. So I think it's probably going to be 6-7 more months to go.
Wow, that's really exciting. What inspired you to do such a big trip?
I've always had a big desire for traveling. I'm curious to see other cultures, meet other people, and I've always liked working out as well. So I figured, why not do both and just make it a bike trip instead of backpacking, like so many people already do.
Nice, yeah. That's awesome. Did you have to do anything to get physically fit before you started your trip?
Actually, this is I get this question a lot, but actually you don't need anything special to start a bicycle tour like this. If you're like a normal person, you're not heavily overweight or you don't have any diseases or illnesses, everybody can make a bicycle tour like this. I mean, the first couple of weeks might be hard. I mean, your legs might hurt a little bit, but just a couple of weeks into it, you get used to the routine, you get used to the cycling, it becomes easier and easier.
Nice.
So almost everybody can do a trip like this.
Yeah, and where you're from in the Netherlands, what that culture is known for transportation by bike as opposed to transportation by car, as like the States, for example.
Yeah, the approach to cycling is very different. In the United States, cycling is considered a sport. People wear their lycra, they go out to do cycling. In the Netherlands, sports is much more considered transportation. So you take your kids to school, you don't take a school bus, the kids go by bike, you go do some shopping, some groceries, you take a bicycle. Oh, it's very common for normal short distances to take a bike instead of a car.
Nice, very nice. Well, show us what you have, what you're traveling on.
Well, this is the bike and this is the setup. You can do cycling on any type of bicycle, really. This is a pretty nice bike, but you can do it from a cheap bike. I don't think you need anything more than $500. You could do it on a more expensive bike. All depends on what your budget is. Main thing is your bicycle needs to be very sturdy. Road conditions in a lot of the world are not as good as they are in the United States or in Europe. So you will be on a lot of bumpy roads, rocky roads, and you need to be sure to have a bicycle that can take a bump. So don't go on a traditional racing bike. They're extremely light and it sounds very good, but your bike will be broke within a couple of weeks.
Okay, good advice. So how much weight do you have on this bike right now?
The bicycle itself is about 23 kilos. And that's mainly because some things are like extra thick aluminium on the tubes here. The tires are fairly heavy and fairly thick, and that makes it a little bit heavier. And then the gear is mainly camping equipment, cooking equipment, tools to repair the bicycle. You need to be completely self-sufficient if you make a bicycle tour. There's parts of the world where you're going where there's absolutely nobody. You will be cycling through a desert. If your bike breaks down, you need to be able to fix it in order to move on.
Right, yeah. Well, that's a great tour. And what do you, did you have a job a good job that you left before you went on this adventure?
Yeah, I did have a very normal, very regular job, 9-to-5 type of thing.
What were you doing?
I worked in the offshore industry as a financial controller. But if you live a cheap lifestyle, if you just save up money. And if you live in a Western country, I think everybody can save up money to do a trip like this. It's all about having the right focus. Make sure you don't spend money on other things. Just put all your savings on a bank account. If you get a little bonus from work, if you get a 13th month or holiday allowance, instead of spending it, put it on a bank account, work towards a greater goal, and you can do a bike trip like this.
Yeah, excellent. That's awesome. Cool. So, and then do you have a job to go back to once do you have the same job secured for you? I think that's the hesitation for a lot of people that want to take these big steps in their lives and they don't necessarily have the security of knowing that they have something financially to come back to.
Yeah, this is a trip that lasting over a year.
Yeah.
So I mean, I did give it a try and ask my employer, like, can I please have 1 year off?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that wasn't happening. But you just need to have some confidence in yourself, your own abilities, and I think if you're coming back, you can always land another job. Actually, I did a bicycle trip like this before, a long one, and actually the trip helped me landing a new job when I got back, because at the job interview people were so enthusiastic about it, like it shows you have some balls, it shows you're willing to go out there, do something, you're not afraid of risks, and actually helped me landing the job I got after my trip. So
that's awesome.
My advice is don't be afraid, follow your heart, just go for it, and believe in your own skills, and when you get back you can always do something if you want to.
That's awesome. Yeah, it builds confidence. I love it. That's great. Well, that's exciting. That was Eric, everyone, and I have more stories to share with you, so stay tuned. Ciao for now.